Hello there, everyone. I'm Howard.
And I'm Detective Quincy Brisco.
And you're watching
BATCAST!
So, first of all, how's it going, Quincy?
Oh, I'm all right. First of all, I'd like to hope that everyone had a Happy New Year starting. Here we are on the very first episode of this Happy New Year to come, the BATCAST. Well, tonight, it was brought to my attention, we're going to be looking at the making of Robin the Boy Wonder.
Exactly. So, a little background on this. So, this is a two-parter episode. The last one we watched was a while ago. It was Two-Face, if you remember.
Yeah.
So this one's called Robin's Reckoning, right? And it actually, along with the Mr. Freeze episode we watched, it won a Primetime Emmy. This is an award-winning episode.
That's very good.
Exactly.
That's how often do we get to do that? Award-winning episodes. Not every day,
And it, I'm trying to figure out who's the voice actor for Robin? It is Lauren Lester, which this is kind of the only things that big names that he's done. He was in a bunch of sitcoms and comedy specials, but he's mainly known for voice acting as Robin in a lot of Batman media.
Well, then tonight we're in for a treat.
We're in for a treat.
Because basically you need a Robin to do Batman. It goes together like a nut and bolt. That is how it begun.
Yep.
So, and then and all the other series, they had a Robin. So, I guess people have been asking about Robin. So, well, tonight we're going to answer some questions about Robin the Boy Wonder. So, without further ado,
Robin's Reckoning.
Robin's Reckon.
So they're doing a classic stakeout. Now, what do you think of this Robin design? What do you think? You think it looks like Robin?
Yeah, it looks like him, and it sounds like Robin. Very important. Right now, he looks kind of relaxed, but not for very long.
So even though he's a boy wonder, he's actually in college in this show. So he's got to be like 18 to 20 years old.
Well, isn't that pretty much how anyone who wants to do this kind of thing, isn't that how old they are?
The second one, Tim Drake, he's like 13. And you saw Jason Todd. Jason Todd was like 7. Like, they're like really young sometimes.
Starting out young these days.
Yeah.
Robin's first bat fight.
So what do you think of this bat fight so far? What's going on? It's a big kerfuffle at the construction site.
I like it.
Do you think this is an OSHA violation?
There's no violations.
There's no violations? They're not wearing any safety gear. They could fall off and die.
Oh, well.
See, look. This man's going to fall to his death like a Tom and Jerry cartoon. That's at least one OSHA violation, if you could agree with that.
All right, okay. They're not wearing safety equipment.
Yeah, no safety equipment. Not even Batman. Now they're fighting. What's going on, Quincy?
This is not the way I expected it. I was hoping right away. This is not what I expected. I expected to be a team.
But they're having difficulties.
Yeah. All I can do is hope for Robin's sake that they come together quickly. Because the Cape Crusader is known to...
But why do you think he doesn't need Robin for this important mission?
We're going to find out soon, I hope. Usually, they do pretty much everything together.
Oh, here we go. Now we get a flashback into his backstory.
There we go.
The Flying Graysons. So in this version, I don't remember the 60s, but he was actually part of a circus troupe. Was that something similar in the 60s show, or was it different? I forget.
Well, in the new Adventures of Batman, I can remember one episode where a villain was involved with the circus.
But was Robin part of the circus?
Well, not so much in the circus, but trouble was found, and I guess they used circus music to correct the problem. That's I don't want to exactly give away the whole clip here, but
But you're the expert here.
well, no, I won't give away exactly the whole thing of what happened.
You don't want to spoil the plot. I
Right.
understand.
I have as I recall, a villain was making trouble.
Uh-huh.
The circus was involved, and Batman knew what to do.
Oh. So do you know who voices Tony Zuko? This character right here? Do you know what voice that is?
Tony Zuko.
The guy who was just talking. You know which voice actor was he?
Oh, well, not right now. You have to.
Have you ever heard of a movie called Back to the Future?
Oh, if it's who I think it is,
It's Biff Tannen.
oh, all right, very good.
When you
Okay.
hear him again, you can hear it. You can hear it in his voice.
We'll talk a little bit about Back to the Future later.
Yeah, but he's the voice actor for this character, for this villain. So now he sabotaged the circus. What do you think's going to happen?
Batman's going to arrive soon
Hey, look, it's Bruce Wayne.
and fix it. That's pretty much what it's going to come down to.
All right.
Isn't that what you would like?
Yeah.
All right.
Uh-oh. What do you think's about to happen, Quincy?
The rope is going to break from the look of it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're probably going to try to catch them, when they fall down into the...
Yep.
See what I tell you? Well, there's the broken rope. And they're probably going to try to catch him, at the bottom.
Quincy, I don't think they caught him.
No, the bad guy's probably going to try to get him, is what I thought.
Yeah. No, they kind of passed away. So what do you think of this sadder story for Robin so far? His parents also tragically died, like Batman's.
It's a sad story. I don't think you could have put it any better. It's sad when you lose someone like that.
Mm-hmm.
As I recall, was it Batman wanted to prove something that he wanted to be a crime fighter, and people just weren't buying it, but then he proved him, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think Robin's going through the same thing. You want to be a crime fighter? Hey.
Do you want to see Batman grumpy?
Sometimes, yeah. When he's with villains, come on, it's all part of it. Don't you expect Batman to be a little bit irritated, a little bit...
No, not irritated. Grumpy.
In the business of crime fighting, yeah, you would...
You want to be a grumpy crime fighter?
Come on, if, everyone has their grumpy times.
Mm-hmm.
To put it cleanly, that is.
Okay.
You don't think people get grumpy? Like I said, to put it cleanly.
Are you a grumpy crime fighter?
Sometimes, yeah. When if things don't go the way they're supposed to be, then
So you're a grumpy crime fighter.
sometimes
Sometimes you're a grumpy crime fighter.
when you're trying to find some clues,
When you're trying to find some clues, you got to be a little grumpy.
yeah.
Look at him. He's just trying to stab the window open. He's really grumpy.
And has every right to be grumpy. I think this could be his very first bat fight, his very first time out.
What, Robin? This is his first time out? He's been Robin for a while.
Yeah,
But this is just their first major disagreement.
well, if this is Robin's to be first entrance, he's got every right to be like he is right now. Don't you expect him to be like a Batman? Like I say, he's giving him a pep talk.
Yeah, to recover from the loss of his parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the scene that won at the Emmy.
Well, you told me that Batman went through the same thing, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well.
So Batman's trying to make it so that Robin, because Batman, when his parents died, he didn't have anyone to go to. He only had Alfred. But the reason he took in Robin is so that way Robin doesn't have to suffer the same sadness that Batman went. He could have a friend or a parent.
That's good, because not only does it come in handy in the business of crime fighting, but you have someone to talk to.
Of course.
When you're not fighting crime, if you've got a problem, hopefully you'll be able to just go to each other like regular, normal human beings that they are, and talk things over and try to fix your problems.
Of course. That's a very healthy way to look at it, Quincy. All right, so that was the part one of Robin's Reckoning. What do you think so far? It's a little different than you were probably expecting, right?
Just like I said, but I like it. I think it's going to have a good ending.
You think it's an interesting interpretation of Robin?
Sure it is. It's to be expected. Robin lost his parents just the way Batman did. He has every right to be upset. Who wouldn't cry when they lose your parents? It happens. So why don't we just leave it alone at that? Let alone,
of course.
Crime fighters are no different than us.
And do you think this is a more serious take on Robin? Because usually Robin's, just a little boy in tights going, "Oh, golly gee, Batman." Do you think this is a much more serious, interesting take on Robin?
Right now, but I would think later on, maybe in part two, he's going to say, like he did before, like, "Holy kamikaze, Batman!" Maybe he's going to start doing that as time goes on.
Because remember, in this show, Robin in the next season turns into Nightwing, the superhero in another city. He moves out of Gotham.
Well, we'll go over that when we show it. How's that sound?
That's a good point. All right.
You said we have a letter. Want to show it now or later?
Yeah, I actually memorized it because we're running
All right, okay.
a little bit on time. Hold on.
We'll do it in a little while.
Hold on. No, I got it. I just had to switch that. My apologies. So the email was a text. It was an email that basically just said, who is your favorite Robin?
You mean other than the 60s? Or,
Yeah, other than the 60s. So we saw this Robin, we saw Nightwing, and we saw Red Hood, all of which were Robins. So which one did you like so far more? This Robin, Nightwing, or Red Hood?
I guess right now this one's is pretty close to the original.
Do you like that it's close to the original but a new take at the same time?
Yeah, and the way that it's happening is the way that Batman is take him on his wing. That it shows the truth. It's like you lost your parents. Just like I said, it happens to all of us. Crime fighters are no different. But what I hope for is that is they're going to work together as a team. Just like crime fighters always done.
It's true.
Because I noticed in part one they weren't getting along.
They were having an argument as we learned their backstory.
I hope that, like I said, very soon they work this thing out, go back together the way and do what the Cape Crusader does.
Of course. Charles Entertainment Cheese gave us that email, by the way. Thank you. Which, of course, if any of you watching, you can also send us, I'll put it on screen. You can ask us questions in the YouTube comments. You could ask us questions on Twitter. Go ahead. The Brisco here, he loves his fan mail.
Yeah, well, it's fun.
So, without further ado,
we'll do part two of
Robin's Reckoning.
Robin's Reckoning.
Okay, Quincy, quick, give us a recap of what happened last episode. Quick, 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 quick.
They enter. Robin is very relaxed at his very first bat fight. Then he goes into action.
Okay.
And then they have a little argument, which is not good.
It's not good.
And then, but he lost his parents. They're no different than anyone else. They lose their parents.
Well, his parents were murdered.
So they do an investigation.
Uh-huh.
Then they sit down and have a little talk.
Okay.
To be continued. And now, part 2 of Robin's Reckoning.
Good job. You're good
Thank
at
you.
this.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. A bat cycle.
Well, actually, it's the Robin cycle.
All right, the Robin cycle.
Do you like the Robin cycle?
Yeah, I like it.
Now, what do you think's the better, the Bat cycle or the Robin cycle?
They're both good. You can't really, because they both have the same things that are equipped to fight crime.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go with another flashback.
Practicing his bat acrobatics.
He's trying to sneak out to confront Mario Zuko. Do you think that's dangerous for a child to do? I'm sorry, Anthony Zuko, not Mario Zuko. I was thinking of Mario Judah. You know Mario Judah, right?
Probably do. We won't get into it now, but
Understandable. What's better, the Batmobile, the Batjet, or the Bat cycle? You can only ride one.
I guess for me, I'll have to say the cycle.
You like the Bat cycle.
Because I have, I'm used to driving motorcycles, automatics.
So you wouldn't ride the Batmobile, you'd ride the Bat cycle.
Oh, I would ride it if someone offers me a ride.
Well, you only can get one. Cycle, mobile, or jet.
Well, seeing as how I have to drive it, and I have to say the bat cycle.
Okay, that's to drive. But would it, if you had to ride shotgun, would it be a different story? Would it be a different bat vehicle?
Oh yeah, I would ride shotgun and the Batmobile or
Okay.
the bat jet. I would do it.
All right.
First bat cup of coffee. Alone, lot.
Alone with a I think a working girl, Quincy.
Yeah. So his first bat coffee.
Do you like bat coffee?
I love bat coffee.
What does bat coffee taste like?
Yeah, very basic cup of coffee. It's very good, and it gives you what you need.
What does it give you? What do you mean gives you what you need?
Strength,
Like
up and
Popeye
go.
and his spinach?
Yeah,
Batman has the bat coffee.
yeah.
Okay.
Drink that bat coffee, and it's off you go.
Off you go with the bat coffee.
Yeah, back to our crime fighting. I drink that.
You're the bat coffee.
Sure.
And he found Zuko. Do you think now with his newfound strength he'll be able to fight Zuko with his bat coffee?
Of course.
Now they're gliding over the waterfall, Quincy. Would you be able to do any of this?
Sure, look, there's a bat rope.
Do you think you'd be able to use the bat grappling hook while falling down a waterfall?
I never tried it.
But could you?
I'd have to practice.
You're going to have to practice shooting grappling hooks at waterfalls.
Yeah. Let me put it this way. I could call.
Okay.
That's basically, I think that's the way they want it. Call, and then, as they say, the job of crime fighting is theirs.
Mm-hmm. And now he's showing Robin the Batcave. Batman revealed himself to Robin. Do you think that was a risky move?
Of course it is.
It's a risky move.
Like I said, it's a very tense moment, folks.
Tense moment. Are you enjoying the fact that we're watching Batman and it has some intense moments?
Yeah.
Because the 60s, they didn't really have their tense moments. It was all fun and games. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess fun and games, but you go, it is crime fighting.
But it's kind of goofy. Don't you remember when Batman when Batman had to fight the rubber shark on the helicopter? Was that an intense scene when he was on a helicopter ladder punching down at the rubber shark?
Yeah.
It's not that intense, really. It's kind of goofy when you think about it. It's a little silly.
It wasn't so silly one after he got rid of the shark. Just 2 or 3 seconds after, the shark exploded.
That's. I forgot it exploded. Quincy, that's hilarious. That's a joke. The shark went.
That's right.
That's a little silly, don't you think? A shark just blew up, like.
Sure. The villain designed it to blow up, and of course Batman goes, Robin, hand me the shark repellent bat spray. And just 2, 3 seconds later,
Understandable. And here comes Robin on his Robin cycle.
there you go.
Oh, hold on. You're going to get a bat stunt.
I think it's awesome.
There we go. He stuck the landing over the bridge.
Is that a good bat stunt or what?
Is that your favorite one so far?
Yeah, because he did his first bat jump, on the bat cycle.
His first bat jump.
Yeah, well, he's going to learn.
So I have a question. Is there any time, anything that Batman and Robin do, if you put bat in front of it, is that just how it works?
Yeah.
So like Batman, if Bruce Wayne makes a sandwich, it's a sandwich. But if he puts on the suit and he makes a sandwich, it's a bat sandwich?
Yep, it's a bat sandwich.
Okay, I just wanted to double check. Here. All right. But what if both of them make a sandwich? Is it a bat sandwich or is it a Batman and Robin sandwich?
Bat sandwich.
Still a bat sandwich.
So as far as I can recall, they call them. I can remember one episode. They went to a restaurant.
Okay.
And they said, "How about some lunch? We have a specialty, bat burgers."
Well, what's in a bat burger?
Wow, it's a very basic, very good quality meat.
Okay, good quality meat like Wagyu beef.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And Batman orders. So Robin goes, "That sounds good, Batman. I am kind of hungry." It's like Batman goes, "You're right. We do need to keep up our strength. We'll have 2 bat burgers and 2 glasses of orange juice."
Ew, orange juice with a burger? That's gross. Have you had a burger with orange juice?
No, but
That's kind of gross, man. I don't think those two go together well. A burger and milk, maybe. Wouldn't you agree?
yeah. Gesundheit.
Thank you. And he did the Akira slide. Do you know what the Akira slide is?
That's
the Akira slide.
It's a good one too. Very careful landing.
I'll show you what the Akira slide looks like after this.
All right, yeah. Well,
So now Robin has the person who killed his parents. What's he going to do?
he's going to do a bat fight.
Do you think that's a good reasoning for why Batman didn't invite Robin? He didn't want to lose Robin to Zuko?
Yeah. So I'm protecting him.
Because you were a little off-put in the beginning by their fighting, but it was for a good reason after all.
Well, Batman, he was protective. He didn't want Robin to get hurt.
Yeah.
But Robin, as a result, proved himself that he could be a crime fighter. So he took him on his wing. But he's got a lot to learn.
So before I forget, the Akira slide, there was a movie that came out in the 80s. It's a Japanese animated movie. It's called Akira. So it's in the future where everyone has like robot bikes and stuff. And this is the most iconic scene, if the ad could end. And it's basically called the Akira slide. And hundreds of cartoons reference this. But this one was actually one of the first ones, like big cartoons, to reference the Akira slide.
The Akira slide.
Yeah, see, so it's going to show on screen, right? The main character is called Akira, right? And it's just, see? And as you can see right here, Batman did its own version. It's the first one to ever do an homage to Akira, the movie. So do you think that's interesting?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think it's a little weird for Batman to be referencing an anime from Japan?
No, why would it be weird? He's going to Japan to fight crime, right?
Well,
What's
that's
so-
not what Akira is about, but yeah.
What's so weird?
Well, I'm just wondering because they're the first person to reference this movie, and this movie is considered to be a classic sci-fi movie nowadays. But it wasn't when Batman was out. It's kind of obscured.
I don't know if I call it weird, but
Okay.
But you know what? Like I said, I ride motorcycles, so I can pretty much relate to the Keurig slide.
Yeah. All right.
But the thing is, you need to hope. I hope that the good guys never tip over, especially when you're doing the Keurig slide.
Yeah, the Akira slide is pretty easy to tip over. Also, you might burn rubber when you're doing it a little too much. You might lose the traction in the wheels.
Well, look at the way when motorcycles go around racetracks.
Yeah.
Okay, they go around, and I think you're going to do the Keurig slide before you can really get the other half of the track.
Understandable.
And
Makes sense.
you need to be able to time your speed.
Yep.
You can't go too fast.
Yep.
Uh,
And hitting the nitro. I played Crash Team Racing. I know what we're talking about here.
yeah. It was what else? You can't go too slow, but you can't go too fast.
Of course.
Keurig slide, you have to time it. Does everything
Seems a little dangerous.
very dangerous.
Oh, wait, hold on. Teen Titans also referenced this. This is the show I was telling you about where Robin is the main character and has his own superhero team, which that's going to have to be put on the list.
All right. Okay, we'll put it on the list.
We'll put Teen Titans on the list because people have been asking about Teen Titans.
All right, then we'll have to make a time slot for Teen Titans.
But what if I told you we already have our next thing to watch?
I'll.
Do you want me to tell you? Tell the audience?
No, we'll keep it.
We're gonna keep it a surprise. Oh,
I
oh!
think it's more appropriate if we keep it a surprise.
Keep it a surprise. So I just got a couple more questions about this. thing.
Sure.
Okay, so did you really enjoy this, Robin?
I did. We
did.
finally got to see how Robin entered the world of crime fighting.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's only natural that Robin became irritated, pissed off, upset because he lost his parents, first of all.
Okay.
But you know what? That happened to Batman. Batman, wanted to protect Robin, and which I think is very good.
Do you think you did a good job at it?
Did very good at it.
Mm-hmm.
But to be a crime fighter, again, you have to prove yourself because you're going to have punches thrown at you. You're going to have to learn how to use the batarang.
Of course.
Grab the bat cycle. Because you're going to have to get around. Then probably learn how to speak in public, do all these things.
Okay.
Just like they did. I can remember in one episode where they opened up the series where Robin did, give a bit of a speech. It's like, and the narrator goes, and a very good speaker, and a very good speaker. I won't give away what villain it was, but he says, and a good crime fighter. Just the most important is a good crime fighter. Just basically anyone can call up and we will respond. Something to the effect of every call. Like,
So the final question:
I'll try.
what do you put in your bat sandwich?
Well, as I recall, Batman loves peanut butter sandwiches, milk and sea crust peanut butter sandwiches. I can recall when he's fighting a certain villain.
That's your bat sandwich?
Well, let's see. Then there's bat burgers.
No. Bat sandwich. Only bat sandwich. What you put in the bat sandwich?
If you can only have one sandwich.
Well, yeah, one. No, yeah. Your iconic bat sandwich. You got to make your own bat sandwich. You are Chief O'Hara, right?
Yes, I am a Chief O'Hara. Come on.
Yeah. So what would be that bat sandwich?
All right.
It can only be one sandwich.
All right. The bat burger.
That is not a sandwich.
Oh, all right. Well,
what do you put in your sandwich? What's in your bat
If
sandwich?
you can only have one sandwich,
Yes, what would be your go-to bat sandwich?
peanut butter. Because I can
Peanut
remember,
butter. Okay.
I can remember like actually I can remember in two episodes, and another one I won't give away the villain, of course. When they caught the villain, they were saying like, "What does this?" When he dressed up as a costume, again, I don't want to give away all the clues.
You don't want to give away all the clues.
And it's like, well, in this case, peanut butter sandwiches. And then Batman comes out of the costume, peanut butter sandwiches as it is,
Okay.
and a glass of milk.
All right.
You know, because he finds that very satisfying, and he'll eat the bat sandwich and a glass of milk and go back to his crime fighting.
All right.
You know, when Alfred would fix him the bat sandwich and Robin a bat sandwich and drink the milk, and it's back to they go, because they very, sometimes they show them eating, scenes of eating in the bat cave, or like I said, at a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I can remember they ordered bat burgers and orange juice. You know, and then,
Okay. All right.
well, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed tonight's episode. And as for next time, same bat channel.